joined by Rodney, Simon, and head coach Karl David of the Fab Five. Rodney, the first time you played this team, it was a 12-point win. This time you guys got out to a 24-point lead. They brought it all the way back under 10. How does this kind of adversity help you, knowing that the playoffs start next week and you guys are a big favorite here at Madison and maybe even in the league?
Well, we know that we have to play a little bit harder, get more rebounds because, as you know, like, those getting a lot of rebounds and stuff. So we have to get tougher and, yeah.
As a senior at West Roxbury, as a leader on this team, how do you motivate your team? You guys take a lot of physicality, don't always get the calls. How do you keep your head straight knowing that you have all the skill on this team in the world?
Well, we just have to, like, keep our calm, be cool, and have to just keep playing because the game keeps going on.
Today you had a completely balanced game, 15 points, 15 rebounds, 7 blocks. How do you work on your game consistently over the summer to be an even better player when you get back to West Roxbury in the winter?
Well, I go to the gym a lot. I go to the WOW. I go to YMCA. I get my shots up, do like mic-in drills, layup drills and stuff, and after that, just keep working.
Well, it showed today. Congratulations, Rodney, on a great game. We'll bring in Coach David. Coach, you said during one of the timeouts in the first half you guys needed to work on your motivation. You built that big lead, but you still thought your team could play better. How do you work on that motivation, keeping the team completely motivated as they go through the playoffs, knowing that first or second round might be a little bit easy, and then as it goes on, it's going to get much, much more difficult?
You're right about that. Some of the hardest things to do is keeping a team, when you start getting so many points up, they start taking things for granted. And then what they don't get is the shift, then they don't get calls, then they give up. So the whole thing is we just got to keep playing hard.
Looking at your team, you have so much size, but it seemed like Natera was the player who really was able to push the pace in that first half, get some open looks for the big guys. How important are your guards, even though the bigs on this team are going to get all the credit?
The guards got to help to keep the bigs from getting fouls. They got to stop the ball. We don't get too many calls because we're so big. But, you're right. The guards, and I tell them that they're the most important. They're the first line of defense. So I'm gonna keep drilling it into their heads that they got to stop the ball.
Thanks so much for your time, Coach David. Guys, a big win for the Fab Five. We'll see how far they go in the playoffs to begin next week.